If you're watching this video right now, you are likely in the top 10% of the world's population as far as wealth goes. If you have clothes, food to eat, clean water to drink, a little bit of money and a roof over your head, you have it all to the millions of people who don't have clean water to drink, who are so poor that they can't eat. They just have to scrape by to survive. It's survival of the fittest. And we're over here in America with the ability to create an amazing life of success and opportunity and reward if we just apply ourselves, if we just think about what we want and work at it. And that's incredible. And with basically the world in the palm of our hands, we're over here in first world countries worshiping things. Together as a society, we have co-created and been sucked in to the world of materialism, where we literally give our souls, our mind, will, and emotions to things, objects, items, to houses, which are just big fancy boxes in which our bodies reside in. We worship things that look nice, that are shiny, that are beautiful. And we're creatures of the eye, so it's natural to a certain extent for us to like things based upon what they look like. But when you look at what we have done and what we are doing, and how we have the ability to literally change the world, each and every one of us has the ability to make a massive impact on this planet and change lives for thousands of people, thousands of animals, and for future generations, and you take a look, it's like we are window shopping while the world falls apart around us. We spend so much time trying to buy nicer things and get nicer things and make our already nice houses and apartments look nicer, and we want more and more and more, and it's all just stuff. It's all going to rot away a few hundred years after we do. Every house that you ever live in, every house that anyone will ever live in will one day just be dust. And we have a short period of time. You have a limited amount of days left in your life. And if you take a moment to review how you're spending it, you might be disappointed in yourself. I know that I'm disappointed in myself. I know that I've spent the past couple years spending so much time on things, items, putting so much of my consciousness into fantasies about having this kind of house and that kind of car and this kind of style. And I just spent the last 3 weeks getting rid of things that I had bought in my hypnotized fascination with materialism. Stuff, just stuff that makes you feel like you have nice things. I got rid of it. You can do the same thing. A lot of the things that you have, a lot of the stuff that you're hoarding in your home that looks nice or has this memory behind it or has that, it's literally keeping you entangled in the material world so that you're susceptible to be pulled into the material world more and more with every commercial that comes on, with every ad, with every time you walk through a furniture store or the mall or you see other people's homes. You're surrounding yourself with that world and that dimension, and you're gonna remain in it if you do that. And it's not worth it. It's so not worth it. What are we living for? Are we living for things? Or are we living for the people and the animals and the future generations that we're sharing this place with? Because what I see everywhere I turn is people obsessed with how their lawns look, obsessed with how their house looks, obsessed with buying new things and having the latest, coolest gadget. And we all deserve self-actualization. We all deserve to live the life that we want. But the level to which we are worshiping materialism and the level to which we are being sucked into the material dimension, like I said, it's terrifying. I'm not telling you to sell everything you own, but I'm asking you to reassess how you're living and what you're living for, and what you're serving. What are you serving here on this planet? Our addiction to materialism and our fascination and worship of materialism has actually structured our economy in a way where our economy depends on us continuing and perpetuating our addiction to the material world. People's jobs, people's ability to make a living is now dependent on us continuing to want more and more and more and more. We're gonna have to change. If the change that needs to happen on this planet means that we're going to have to create new jobs and change the way that we live, then that's just what we have to do. Change is difficult, but it's not nearly as bad as what we're doing right now. We can choose to change. We can choose what we give our consciousness and our attention to and why. So wake up and don't be controlled by this sensory perception that you have, which is the ability to see. Don't be controlled and hoard things into your reality because it looks nice. Don't live for that, because that's not worth living for.